Josh Bryce here with Halco Safety, Episode 8. Today we will be discussing sharp safety. Sharp safety applies to Halco as most of you either use the exacto knife or the box cutter on a daily basis. Alright, as we all know, these cutting tools are very helpful in our daily processes here at Halco, but they also pose a safety risk. And these cutting tools, they can easily, if you're not wearing your proper PPE, they can cut up your hands. The blades can chip and fly back at you, hit you in the face, hit you in the eye. So first and foremost, we always want to make sure we're wearing proper PPE when we're handling these cutting tools. And proper PPE would be firstly gloves and secondly safety glasses. So if you're using any of these two cutting tools, please make sure you got those on. And if you need any, as always, get gloves or safety glasses from your supervisor or myself. Alright, now a few ways in which these cutting tools can be dangerous is number one, obviously, never cut towards your body. Never ever do that. We always want to be cutting away from ourselves. Always cut away from your body and hands. Alright, the second way these cutting tools can be dangerous is if you're working with dull blades. Dull blades can be dangerous because it's going to require a lot more force for you to get that blade to do its job. And with that extra force, there's no telling what could happen, that you could go out of control and end up cutting yourself or cut somebody beside you. Also, another safety hazard with these things is blades open too far while you're cutting. You don't want to see, if you open this blade like I have it here, basically this thing isn't going to get enough leverage when you're cutting and it'll be more apt to break. So you always want to make sure it's just a little bit past the end there, just to where you can get that right leverage and the blade doesn't have as great of a chance of breaking. Alright, the fourth way in which these can be potentially dangerous is when you're done using these, never leave the blade open. Never leave the cap off the exacto knife, as now that's a safety hazard if they're sitting in your area and other people are walking by. Always make sure that you cover the exacto blade with the cap and slide the box cutter all the way fully retracted when you're done with use. Alright, now we will move on to more ways in which you can work with these cutting tools in a safe manner. Now the first rule is always first things first, wear your proper PPE. If you're using any of these two cutting tools, safety glasses and gloves. It's a requirement. We're not asking. That's something that you need to be wearing if you're dealing with these cutting tools. Alright, secondly, now if you're going to cut this box here, in my example earlier I messed up on this, but something to keep in mind is don't freely cut it in the air. You want to have it on a stable surface to where you have more control with what you're working with. Can more easily cut it in a safer manner. So always, what you're cutting, place it on a stable surface. Alright, a third way in which you can work with these in a more safer manner is never walk or transport a blade while it's open. You don't want to be walking to the bathroom, per se, with both these knives just sticking in your pocket, to where as you're walking, say you trip and fall, they can stab you, or whatever the case may be. Never transport an open blade. If you're walking with a blade, always make sure it's retracted or the cap's on it. Alright, and the final way Halco can work to being safer with these knives is, in the next week or so, we're going to get some sharps containers. We're going to place one in that back inspection area, and we're going to place one on the shop floor. Once these sharp containers are in place, never, ever dispose of these blades in the regular trash can. This is a safety risk to all the employees who use that trash can, the sanitation workers who have to pick that trash up. It's just not safe. So once we get these sharps containers in place, like I said, hopefully by the end of this week, always dispose of your blades in those containers. Thank you for watching today. I appreciate your time, and we will be back again in 2 weeks with episode 9. I appreciate y'all, and have a great day.